It's Trash Talking Tuesday, we're here to play. Politics don't apply when we're starting our day. No, Canadians aren't bad, let's put that away. With beers and laughs, the manly way. Join Toolman Tim and Swampman Ron for a morning of fun. Come on, come on. Start your day with a laugh and fun. Beer for breakfast, Tuesday's just begun. Grab your mug, raise it high. Let's toast the mornings with no reason why. When we hit our thumb, we're real men, we don't cry. With Toolman Tim and Swampman Ron, oh my, oh my. Maybe our Canadian correspondent Robin will stop by, making us uncomfortable, but we sure like that guy. So if you're feeling blue, just tune right in. We'll chase those blues away with a grin. From dawn till we're done, the laughter will spin. Beer for breakfast, where the good times begin. Join Toolman Tim and Swampman Ron and Robin too for a morning of fun made just for you. Come on, come on, start your week with a laugh and some fun. Beer for breakfast, the day's just begun. Swampman Ron and Robin too for a morning of fun made just for you. Come on, come on, start your week with a laugh and some fun. Beer for breakfast, the day's just begun.
Good morning, everybody, and here we are. It's Trash Talking Tuesday, and since we're trash talking, it looks like I got you screwed again. So here we go. Good morning. It's Squirrel Cam Day. We're on Facebook and YouTube, and possibly YouTube. We might be on X. X was down for almost 12 hours yesterday, off and on every 5 minutes. I think 4 times they went down for hours at a time. Shit. Yeah, it was great. I did a live stream.
That's got to help their numbers out.
Ooh, Elon came back and said it had to be probably a government because it was such a big attack. Huh. Yeah, I did a live stream, and I was only on for like 20 minutes. I had like 12 hours worth of watching in that 12 minutes. Yeah. No shit. And I'm over here going, okay, well, here's the news, because I'm going straight to I pay for a news service that gives me, so I can get the news at the same time that like NBC does and all of that.
Oh, like at current.
Yeah, I pay for that service. And it'll shoot me whatever is important that I have listed that I want it to shoot me. And so I was keeping up with that. I mean, there was a lot of people watching it, a lot. And then after a few, I came back this morning and looked at it. It was like 500 views on it. But it's because everybody was like, what the hell happened to my Twitter? And there's only 2 places to go, and that's Facebook or YouTube. So
yeah. Well, that's a good thing.
We are here.
Yeah, I was all fired up this morning, ready to rock.
Yeah, we think we're rocking. If you can see us on YouTube, at least be decent enough to tell us. It wouldn't hurt you none.
It'd make us feel better.
Yeah, but we know you won't, because the world's full of lazy these days. And yeah, I'm talking to you if you're watching and you ain't saying anything.
I watched a couple of good movies yesterday, and at the end of Kingpins, they played this song that I hadn't heard in a long time, and I knew the band. I just couldn't think of it. so I had to Shazam it so I could make sure I knew what I was talking about, was the Blues Travelers. I haven't heard them in a long time.
I hadn't either.
They're a pretty good band. I like them.
I always have, yeah. They were one of my favorites, especially, you know, in the 80s because they were real fast.
Yeah, they're a what they call their type of music.
Almost rockabilly, but not quite.
Yeah, it was something like that.
He got pulled over, I guess, 10 years ago, the lead singer, with a bunch of guns in his trunk and all kinds of shit. Somewhere around Washington, or I don't really remember where. I don't even remember when, but it was so long ago. I don't even know that dude's name.
Yeah, I forgot what it was. I didn't write that part down.
He might be dead. No, he can't be. He could be.
Because they have a concert and
Yeah,
that we looked up there. They're still playing.
yeah. And but he had that weight loss surgery, and that shit will kill you. Yeah, it says Blues Traveler in 2007 in Spokane County, around the Spokane County line. Blues Traveler singer arrested near Spokane County line.
Oh, look at all the guns.
Yeah, he had a load of them, people.
It's a fortress.
He had a mess up. It says Blues Traveler singer and harmonica player John Popper was arrested near Richville after a vehicle was riding in, was clocked at going 111 miles an hour in Washington State, patrol said Wednesday. He's only 39 in 2007, so he's a young little fat guy. Popper was arrested on Interstate 90 near the Spokane-Lincoln County line. So yeah, he had a mess full of guns, and I mean,
that's a bunch.
yeah, he had a mess full. Where is this going to save this at? Is my question. Where is that? No, I want it to go somewhere I can find it. Yeah, he had a mess full of guns. I mean, that ain't even a joke. I mean,
that was a full trunk.
He had a. Yeah, I mean, but I don't. This isn't fresh news. This is just something that Tim told me about, and he had brought up the band, and I just happened to remember. Oh, I lost it.
He's the book of knowledge.
I lost it. I don't know where the hell it's at.
You know, it's funny. We were talking about the movies that we like, and Airplane came up. And lo and behold, this morning they said on today's date, and believe it or not, 1980, Airplane came out in the movie theaters. It was like, holy shit, that's a long time ago. That's the year I graduated.
Yeah, that was.
I was 18 years old back then.
Yeah, I thought it was 79. That's it.
And in 1968, on this day, Dock Side of the Bay went gold. And the guy that performed that song had never lived to see it hit gold because he died in a plane crash within 2 weeks of it going gold.
Oh.
That's kind of a shame, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You hit it big, you're not even here to enjoy it.
Yeah, I saved this as the wrong kind of file for me to share the picture. It was a whole lot. YouTube would probably.
There had to be 25 guns there.
YouTube would probably yell at me for showing a picture of a gun on their pristine channel that shows homosexuals poking little dicks and things. But that's fine.
Well, here's what I think of them. There. How do you like me now?
That's how I feel about them too. I'm trying to be nice about the whole thing.
Remember Bobby McFerrin?
Yes, I do.
65. Nope.
Oh, he's
65
not dead?
today.
One of them is dead. Who is it that's dead? Oh, look, we're live on Twitter, everybody.
Bobby's brother.
No, somebody's dead. I mean, of course someone's dead.
Summed it up.
It was some rapper or some shit. I don't know. I don't know who it was, but I was shocked because he died so young. I think Tone Loc is dead, the rapper.
Yeah, I think so.
He was up in the Ocala Mall back in the 80s. Had all them gold chains on.
Mm-hmm.
Them little Hood Brothers, man. Snatched that shit right off his neck. Snatched it right off his neck and kept on walking. I mean,
think he'd have bodyguards and they could have stopped.
I guess he thought Ocala was so small he didn't have to worry about it. But that's some mean little brothers that come out of Ocala, man. I mean, you got Parkside and you got two projects that are literally next door to each other, and they got gang wars going on back and forth.
Oh, jeez.
I think it's Parkside and East Side or some shit, but Jesus Christ, them people are crazy, man.
Yeah, those little gang things are wacky as hell. Oh, I watched Big Trouble in Little China with Kurt Russell.
That was a good movie.
I swear to God, that movie was back in the 80s, and I knew every word that they said before they said it.
It was a fun movie.
It was funny that I had watched it that many times. I even used to have the DVD of it. Oh, you want to hear a good joke my wife told me?
Sure.
What do you call a deaf gynecologist? A lip reader.
Oh, God.
She thought that was good, so we should use it on our show.
Yeah. Imagine if you were blind and had to read that shit braille.
Oh,
Ugh.
bad enough.
That's how you know. I was gonna say something dirty, but I'm not gonna. Don't want to get any more trouble. But
Chumbucket used to work for the state of Florida down here and worked on the highway department.
Yeah.
And he was like a supervisor. He drove around on a truck with the only truck in the whole fleet that had black tinted windows because he said he had to have them. There was too many people that would shoot at him. So they actually blacked his windows out for him.
Wow.
He was not allowed to carry a side gun during work, but they let him because for some reason he proved that he was in danger during the day.
Yeah. Well, you know, the guy I call Paw Paw that I talk about every once in a while, he worked for Southwater Florida Management, and he was a supervisor when he wanted to be. He most of the time just tried to stay back at the plant. At one of the pump stations, he had a special pump station that he liked. He's the one that he tied the valve, the handle closed on the pressure washer, and it took off and it sliced its face. The stitches looked like Frankenstein stitches when he came over, but it healed up. They couldn't even see a scar. But Jesus Christ, it was nasty, blood everywhere. But anyway, he carries a gun with him everywhere he goes. He said because if it's not the snakes, it's the snakes burying bodies out there. You know, so. And he would know because he did it. He worked that job. He owned Barber Electric for years and years and years. And while he worked at Barber Electric, he worked for Florida Water Management. So he was just kind of doing both. And he would leave work at like noon and tell him he had to go check on something on around the Brim Canal or something.
Right.
He'd go do his electric jobs all day.
Double dipping on the paychecks.
Yeah, right.
It's okay if you can get away with it.
Yeah. I'd like to be able to.
Old Elon had shut us down. Double dipping off of government money.
Well, Elon would come and get it.
Yeah, put us in Doge jail.
Well, it's supposed to be cooler today than yesterday.
It seems like it.
It was definitely cooler this morning. I got a loose in the shirt and the jacket.
Yeah, I sat outside with long pants. It's 55 degrees and clear.
Yeah.
And it's not much colder.
You hear about them tornadoes yesterday in Okeechobee?
Oh my gosh, that thing was bad.
Orlando, Okeechobee, Longwood.
Yeah, that tore up a bunch of stuff.
Tornadoes all over. This is just the 1st of March, so.
And it was they said it was a Cat 2. Or level 2,
yeah,
whatever
level
they
2.
call it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They said that's pretty unusual for this time of year.
I would think so.
Binghamton, New York, 33 degrees and sunny.
Yeah.
Seattle, Washington, real close to our temperature, 42.
Damn.
We're at 55, so that's all three of them are too damn cold.
Yeah, what does my little one there say? Can you even see it?
63.
Yeah, that's under that light.
Yeah. Yeah, hot studio lights. Keeping us warm out here in the cold. Oh, it's getting late quick today.
I was real close to pulling my little self heater out here. But I said, I'm not that much of a little pussy, am I?
Yeah, we are.
I'm not. If you want me to go get it, I will. I'm like, nah.
We're already out here.
I hate to even think about what that.
I've got a little tiny one. It's about the size of a short loaf of bread, those little half loaves. And it sits on my tray table right next to my lazy boy out in the man cave. It can oscillate or blow straight heat on you.
Yeah.
And I'll just sit there like on a morning like this. I'll turn it on to where the thermostat shuts it off periodically.
Mm-hmm.
And when my hands get cold, I just put them up front like I got a little campfire sitting there and warm my hands. It makes it comfortable.
That little rain we had yesterday blew my breaker again, so my lights weren't working. I had to go trip that stupid thing you tell me to replace all the time. So something
ain't right out there.
That's got to be.
I think it's probably
It's
the surge one.
Yeah, because the other side doesn't do it. I mean, because one side surge,
Yeah, when they pop, they get weak. And I looked to see if I had one, and I don't. We can put a regular one.
That's what we're going to have to do. But that's what we're going to do. That is our Beer for Breakfast Morning Show project one day.
Yeah, we can do it live.
Is we're going to
set up your phone, put me up there live.
Set it up there.
I'll do it hot, see if I get zapped once for excitement.
You know? See if we can't blow. If we don't blow something up, then we ain't doing something right.
That's true.
That's
I got to clean a rain gutter out this morning, and I'll probably fall off the ladder just for fun.
If you don't, that's how you remember that you're alive, folks.
That's right. Break a leg, you'll know you're alive.
If you don't care enough to hurt yourself, then you really care enough? I think Johnny Cash did that song where he cuts himself just so he could feel.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I thought that was about the dumbest song in the world.
Oh, Jody wanted to know if you were going to put the card back in the camera because she says, "Well, I like to look and see what it gets."
Oh, okay, I'll put it back in there. I was going to take it down this morning.
I'd say take it down and sell it.
We've
already done our subscription duty.
Well, yeah, and I talked to him last night. I said, I can go ahead and do a commercial for you, but I'm going to have a problem because I'm going to complain that it said that it came with batteries and it didn't. And you didn't tell me that I had to pay a $9 a month subscription just to even get it going.
I know. They wouldn't even let you log it into your phone without paying it.
Right. I said, so this isn't working for me, you know, but I'll go ahead and do your commercial for you, whatever you want. But
yeah, the only thing I saw bad about it that wasn't bad, I just didn't like the way it functioned, is you're unable to access it at any time and get a live view. It would only show you what it recorded.
I also told him that it's also has the app. There's a problem with the app because it slips off of video where it stops taking video and only takes pictures.
Yeah. So because about every other day I have to reset.
Yeah, I think that needs some work.
It could possibly be the operator difficulty because I'm not too bright.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think that's the case because all of my cameras don't do that.
Let me see what it's on now. Yeah, I went back to photo and I reset it yesterday. So I got to send it back to video.
Yeah, see, that's crazy.
Confirm.
Hey, Duncan, what's going on, big guy? Hope you're doing well. Been a while since we've seen you. We thought maybe you had another seizure or something.
We were having seizures not hearing from you.
Duncan's the good guy.
Not the one that will make you uncomfortable.
No. The other one, Carson, is the one that's from Tulsa. I forget where Duncan's from.
The donut shop.
Yeah, I think he's from Canada.
Parking lot. If you're a parking lot attendant, I'm not.
Hold on, okay, that's me. Oh, you did have another seizure. Well, that's no good, dude.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's no bueno. You can't be doing that stuff.
You gotta have beers for breakfast. That'll straighten you right out.
No, you can't because that messes his medicine up.
Oh, time for new medicine.
Well, yeah, because he takes seizure medicine.
Yeah.
What do you call an epileptic in a lettuce patch?
I don't know what.
Caesar salad. Sorry, Duncan.
That was about as good as my wife's joke.
Yeah. But when I heard in like 6th grade and I didn't get it. I didn't know that. I didn't know what that shit meant. But I hope you're doing all right. I'm waiting for we got another buddy that's kind of shows up with us every once in a while, but
oh well, that's good.
15 seconds is a lot better than 20 minutes.
No doubt.
You know, and
is that painful when that happens, or you just get stuck?
Oh, that's okay. I laugh at you too. Did you hear Tim? He wants to know: does it hurt, or do you remember anything? What happens when you have a seizure? I would think Tim would know, but
I'm walking around and go, all day.
No, but I mean, Tim's had more heart attacks than heart attacks and strokes, man. I don't know.
I was just laughing about that yesterday. I says, yeah, somebody asked me how I was doing because I went over to the VFW for lunch. And she says, yeah, I heard you were under the weather. And I says, yeah, if you call having a heart attack and a couple of strokes under the weather. And she goes, well, you seem okay. And I says, well, I was never right, so I'm just a little less than right.
Oh, it's not anymore. It used to be painful, but not anymore.
Oh, that's a good thing.
They told us in the military not to really throw spoons in your mouth to stop you from swallowing your tongue because it's literally impossible to swallow your tongue.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
Because I thought that was a thing.
I thought you were supposed to kick them.
Kickstart them. Like an old Honda.
I guess you're just supposed to lay them on their side so they don't choke or some shit.
I have heard something about putting them on the side.
Yeah.
See, we're doctors. We just don't get to pay for it.
Yeah, first of all, we don't offer any medical advice on this channel.
Yeah, and if you think we said something like medical advice,
we did not. But the last thing you want is a medical emergency with me and Tim around.
Oh, yeah. I'll just dial mine.
Yeah, Tim will pour beer on it. Tim will pour beer on it, and I'll pour whiskey on it. One way or another, it'll kill you or heal you.
Yeah, I'll dial 9, and I can never find the 11 on my phone, so you're screwed.
Oh, it's like waking up from a sleep you never meant to take.
Huh? Isn't that handy?
So basically, it's like passing out at noon, like I'm going to do today, because I have been up since 11.
Oh my God!
And I didn't go to bed last night until 9.
Damn.
That would explain my moodiness.
Oh, you enjoyed the day a little.
When?
Yesterday, didn't you?
No.
It was nice out.
I didn't go outside.
Oh, what am I thinking?
This shit was windy and cold, man.
It was windy. It only calmed down for like a half an hour, and I said, "Oh, it must have passed." And then it came back and rained like hell. That was a good hard rain.
That was a heavy rain. Yeah, I woke up at noon.
No lightning here, but thunder.
I woke up at noon and I walked out here and I had my shorts on and I said, "Fuck, it's raining." So I sat down. I logged on, still pissed off at YouTube, and I had a cup of coffee because it was cold. And then I'm over here, I can feel my little pecker shrinking and shrinking. I'm like, I better go put some pants on. This is crazy.
Yeah, sitting on a patio with no pants on is kind of embarrassing if someone shows up.
I thought, well, I wouldn't have cared about that. No, I had my boxers on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're silk. They're
yeah, I could see it one morning. I come walking around the corner and you go, "Oh, wait, I got to get some pants on." And all I'll see is your hairy ass running the other way.
That's about all you see, too.
And I don't know that it's a hairy ass for fact. I'm just
guessing. You
can
just look at the rest of me and figure out that my ass is probably hairy.
Well, your head's not.
No, that's because my back took it all. My back and my ass took all of it. So, we got a camera we're going to put up on auction soon.
Trail cam.
Very nice trail cam.
Beautiful pictures.
That's what I told the guy. I said, no, the only pictures I've got to show you of wildlife is a white cat.
And a possum.
No,
armadillo.
Armadillo. Yeah, armadillo. So,
same family, I think.
Probably. Well, they always said armadillo was the possum on the half shell. So it's like working from sleep you never take. Okay, I saw that. Okay. So you've been doing all right other than, your medical problems, Duncan? We hope so. I mean, I missed you it's been like a week and a half since you've been here.
Yeah, we were just talking about that a few days ago, saying, gee, we seem to have lost some of our
You're not one of the Canadians, are you? Jesus Christ. I think he is one of the Canadians.
I thought he was too for some reason.
We are in trouble now. All the Canadians. Everybody that listens to us is Canadians and they all hate us.
Well, they don't hate us.
They don't hate us. No,
don't
we
like our government.
we don't like our government either.
Very true.
You can love your country and not love your government.
Good point.
If I lived in Canada, I would love my country. I'd hate my government too. Because their government's just as fucked up as ours is.
They are a little on the crazier side than us, I think.
Yeah, but if I would love Canada. It's such a beautiful. America's got beautiful spots. Like there's a bunch of beautiful places in America to go.
Right.
Canada's like totally the opposite. Everything's beautiful, but the rest of it's just like 3 shit places that you don't want to go. The rest of it's really beautiful.
Well, they got a lot of land.
Yeah,
so you see the majority being nice.
That's what I mean, and most of it's undone. Most of it's unpopulated. There's like only 4 major cities that are populated. The rest
and they're closer to the U.S. border, most of them,
I think so. I don't know.
I was just talking to a guy yesterday in the V that he has 400 and something acres up in the UP, and he goes up there and hunts.
Wow.
The Upper Peninsula, but for anybody that doesn't know. And it's very off the grid kind of thing.
But do you mean UP like Pensacola or UP up in Canada?
Canada, Upper Peninsula.
Because I mean, we're a peninsula, and we have an Upper Peninsula.
Yeah.
And we call that Floribama.
Floribama.
The Redneck Riviera. It's
Redneck Riviera.
Yeah.
I live in the Riviera.
Panama City. That's what they call the all around.
It seems dumb to call it Panama City when Panama's nowhere near
it. In Panama City?
Yeah.
The city of Panama, Florida.
Well, I mean the Panama Canal.
Oh, well.
And which came first, I wonder?
I don't know.
Probably the city that than the canal.
Well, the city came first, probably. I mean, almost without a doubt, the city came first. But the Panama Canal is, Jimmy Carter gave that to him for $1.
I heard that. You told me that one time.
And he is about I'm
and
not
now
saying,
we want to take it back. It's probably going to cost us $20 billion.
No, I think we're just going to take it.
You should.
I think
maintained it.
I think Trump's going to go, here's your $1 back, you bunch of little fucking wetbacks.
I'll give you $2.
Yeah, for interest. But the only reason he wants it back is because they let China take it over, and they're just terrified. China's taking them, but we need to take our little league planes and send them over to Ukraine and Russia, and send the other over to China and North Korea, and fucking South Korea. I don't like those people either.
No.
Turn it into glass, and then when they're done, run over to Egypt, and then take all their oil and shit, then go over there and talk to Greenland and say, what do y'all want to do?
Yeah, you want to play or you going to stay?
You want to come hang out with America? Or you want to come out? You want to go down the rest? Cause
turn into a freaking nuclear winter for you.
Damn right, we could take that. I have a friend who has legs that have to be the size that I like them, and she's got tattooed on one thigh
oak
Russian, and the other side is winter or something like that. Russian winter.
And an arrow point in the middle.
No, and they say it's the coldest. They say it's the coldest place on earth for winter or something.
Yeah.
And she showed me that one time when she was wearing shorts. She goes, "Look," and I'm like, Jesus. First of all, the tattoos are tacky. The second of all, what the fuck are you trying to tell people?
Yeah, really. Cold-hearted, you know what?
Or you just squeeze that and break your dick off.
I got icicles forming down there. Get to it.
Jesus Christ, man.
How many licks to get to the center of a lollipop,
Christ,
you know?
She's something else. That girl was something else. I used to have a friend from Trinidad named Tasha who was an Amazon big woman. She wasn't fat. She was just big and thick, you know. And she used to be a parachute rigger up in Palatka. She would jump, and she was here on a visa. And she would pack everybody's chutes at the thing, and we would jump, and she never packed my shit.
You packed your own.
I packed my own shit. She was hot, but I wasn't fucking around like that.
Yeah, dying it doesn't make hot better.
Yeah.
It's like, boy, just as I'm hitting the ground at 300 miles an hour, thinking, boy, I'd like to cradle those titties one time.
Yeah, that's not the love interest I would have. But she was only here on a visa, and she got caught in the wind as she was coming in on the land, and the wind just caught her parachute right, and it flipped her.
Wow.
And it slammed her into one of those airplane hangars, those metal airplane hangars that are around.
Oh, damn.
Tore her up bad, man. Broke almost every bone in her body. So the government
Lucky didn't kill her dead.
almost did. But the government extended her visa until she was healed. She milked that shit out for like 10 years, man. They're like, are you healed yet? She's like, oh, not quite. I see this cane.
I still got some pain.
They called her skydiving one week, and they said, yeah, you got to go back to Boca, Trinidad. You got to go back. Her dad made the best hot sauce. Made it in an old bathtub.
No kidding.
Yep, out of all those great peppers from Trinidad, and it was green. And he
Green
made
always seems to be the hottest.
Oh my God, it tasted so good. But man, when you ate it, you knew you ate it. There was no, because it's like a relish instead of like our hot sauces. This was like a relish. So You would think, well, I'll just spread it on there like I would relish on a hot dog. You do not want to do that, my friend.
Used by the morsel.
Matter of fact, if you would have mixed it with relish, it probably would have tasted. It tasted fine. It had a great flavor. It just tore you up, man. I mean, you felt that for 2 days, like that flavor my brother-in-law makes that you tasted that day.
Oh yeah.
It tastes great until about 3 minutes later. You're like, whoa, what the hell is that on the roof of my mouth?
Well, my friend Anil that owns the Hideaway, my office, they're Indian,
Yeah.
and his wife, strictly for them, because their 3 kids are all Americanized and Christian and all that stuff, and they're whatever crazy religion they are. But his wife always makes these Indian meals for him, and he always brings a little Tupperware thing. They have a microwave out in the bar, sitting on a shelf. He warms it up, and I always go, "Oh, that smells good." And he'll go in the front office for his lunchtime. He'll have his lunch, and he'll always bring me a couple of spoons out on a little paper plate.
This stuff is good.
And I'll tell you what, it tastes really good for about 5 seconds,
Then
and then you are on fire. You can't drink enough beer to put that flame out.
If your doctor puts you on a vegetarian diet, go find you an Indian woman.
She'll hook you up.
She'll hook you up.
Yeah, they are vegetarians.
Yeah, most
too.
of them are vegetarians, and man, they know how to do things with beans, and especially Yankees call them fava beans. We call them chickpeas.
Okay.
But they know how to do things with those things, and with they just you forget. You don't even realize it doesn't have meat in it. You're eating it.
Yeah, she does a lot of things in rice.
Yeah, I love rice.
I do
man.
too. I could eat rice for a meal.
I can get sick off of rice.
I'd be a good little Chinaman. I like my
Yeah.
rice. I want fly rice.
Slim fly life.
They're fly rice.
Yeah. The I got to go in and get those our news blurbs for the day.
Uh-huh.
But let's see, the lady with the dog thing contacted me, so I might have to go talk to Crystal on my own. I need to talk to her if she's got that. She'll let that dog do that thing on that thing, so I can make that video.
She gets home about 5:15 every day.
Okay. That's late.
I'll go talk to her today.
Okay.
We could always put it in the back of my truck and then just go over there for 2 minutes and video it.
Yeah, we could do that.
Because my truck's nice and clean inside.
Yeah.
And it's got a big back seat.
And mine isn't and doesn't.
And
So.
their Dodge is a tiny back seat.
Is hers blue?
Yeah, it's full size truck, but
Yeah, I
their
saw her.
back's
She
tight.
pulled around. I thought I was getting invaded the other day.
This morning she was here at like 6:30.
No, I didn't see that this morning. What the hell is she doing? What's got going on?
She had to pick up some dog treats or some bullshit from my wife for someone. And she was heading to McDonald's to grab breakfast before she had to be at work.
Did you ever find out how the man ever decided on that little walker?
You know, I haven't talked to him about it because I want to let it set.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
But I'll have to ask her when I see her.
Yeah, that thing saved Tony more than once, and I've got that big blue one.
I would much rather have a little 3-wheel walker
And it has a bag to carry.
than a regular walker that goes clonk, clonk, clonk.
Yeah.
And it slides instead of rolls.
And this thing's got pneumatic wheels on it. And
Yeah, it's got little
hand brakes. And like I said, it's got a bag. You can put you can put almost a whole 12 pack in there. Not that I know.
Yeah, it looks like a 12-pack.
About that. If you squeeze them, lay them on the sides, it'll hold a 12 pack.
Yeah.
Those are the things that are important to me in 10.
Right? When you judge how far is something, you go, well, that's a beer and a half away.
Yeah.
Like Pop says, I made it there Monday when I was late getting there. It usually takes me a beer and a half. It's about 15 minutes. And I called him and finally got a hold of him. I was like just barely coming out of Lake Placid. And I says, Pops, I'm running a little late. He goes, late? He says, hell, I thought you forgot me. And then I forgot what time I told him, so I probably was really late. And I fessed up. I told him, I says, you know, I'll be honest with you. I totally had forgotten. So bad on me. But he called me back last night, wants me to do more work today.
Well, that's good. Though.
Yeah, I could use another $50.
Yeah, man. And that ladder comes down and goes up pretty damn easy. And at least it's not a heavy ladder.
Yeah. The old wooden ones are that
Ooh.
big. Christ, take too
And
many.
so are the fiberglass ones, too. The
Yeah.
fiberglass ones are beasts.
They're super. strength. You know,
Yeah,
you don't wobble much on them.
and you don't die when you touch power lines with them.
Yeah, that's a nice bonus. Too.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you that's going to happen with that. That thing up there, that big aluminum ladder, just says, "Hey, come on, lightning, and
lean up against me. I dare you.
lean up against me anywhere. We can find you, whatever you need." But my fish are cold.
Oh yeah, poor fishy.
I haven't seen my frog. My frog's probably like, "Look, this shit."
He probably went into hibernation.
Yeah, he's probably hiding over there. And the other thing, I took my coffee cup this morning because it was lukewarm, and I hung it out my little window.
Yeah.
And I got on my carpet. Now I'm pissed because now I'm going to have to wash my carpet again. And it got over there, and I think that it hit a frog because the frog's like, "Hey, all right. This is all right."
Yeah.
So, they breathe through their skin. And he's like, "Man, this is, ooh, now I got a caffeine boost." He was wound up like you were when you got here. He's like, "Hey, woohoo, let's go."
Little caffeine, little iced tea kicker.
Yeah.
He's a happy frog.
Yeah, I didn't even have any caffeine kicker in it. It was just straight caffeine. It was straight coffee. That McDonald's coffee. That McCafe. It makes a big, I wouldn't think that it would, but at the end of the month when I run out and I don't want to go to Walmart, I can run over here to the dollar store and get the black silk Folgers.
Oh, yeah.
$5 for a little 1 pound, $5. I'm like, shit. That'll carry me until I make my next order. I got my drugs. All my drugs came in.
That's beautiful.
Not so nice not driving anywhere.
I remember to take all mine today.
That's always good.
Yeah, I'm well balanced. Maybe that's why I was feeling so good, because my happy pills kicked in on time and my shaky pills kicked in. I'm hardly shaky.
I'll be honest with you. I thought you took a bump before you came. I was like, "What the fuck did you do?"
Yeah, fucker, 6:45. He's on for sound.
I was like, "Holy shit, calm down, homie."
Yeah, he tried to play me the intro song like twice, and I kept putting one comment in right where he wanted me to listen each time.
Yeah, because it's funny, but because I can't play our theme song that was written for us, I can't play that right now until I find out what YouTube's going to do. And if YouTube lets me, I'll bend to whatever YouTube wants me to do.
And we'll play the game.
I'll play the game. and I'll play the game because shit, this is revenue, man. I can't.
That's right.
I'm wasting 300,000 subscribers for nothing. And I went back to the up and down format only because I was pissed. I think
I like it in the tall version myself.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Portrait?
Yeah, portrait. But this video, you see, we've been on for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Or 38 minutes, same thing. And it ain't hardly moved that little line. That's because this goes 7 hours.
Oh wow.
7 hours of content that's going to play until I'm tired of it playing today. I'm gonna.
People like watching it though.
Yeah, they do apparently, because you can bet that.
We ought to just get like soothing music in the background.
Oh no, they would hit me for it.
Oh, part of our own music.
That's what. No, I did do that on one of them. I took and I titled it "Songs I Know by Heart," and I put all of my music on it, the songs that I wrote on it.
Right, that'd be nice.
But it kind of was, but it's all. I had it done with R&B.
Oh yeah, so it doesn't really settle you like squirrels.
Yeah, kind of does settle you. That's the thing. It's kind of real mellow.
Oh. Okay.
It's like almost like going to a jazz bar.
Okay, yeah, I see your point.
But and you got to pay the black guys more to sing than you do the white guys. They put more soul into it.
They can jump higher too.
I guess. I don't know. David Lee Roth, man.
Oh yeah, he was a jump ball.
I bet you.
Mick Jagger could get some air off him too.
Who?
Mick Jagger, he could get right up there.
Yeah, he could. Larry Bird wasn't no joke either, but he wasn't a singer. But
somebody said he was really hard to be around.
I've heard that.
The only successful white guy in basketball. It's like I think I'd be the nicest guy if I was a minority instead of majority.
Well, his best friend was Magic Johnson, so it didn't really matter to him.
Yeah, living proof that money can cure AIDS.
He said that's exactly right. He said that him and the goal. The only reason that Larry Bird retired is because his goal. They had made a pact. They were going to retire together because they were that close of friends. Huh. They were going to retire together, even though they didn't play on the same team. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when the NBA said, "Hey, look, dude, you got AIDS. You can't be playing on our thing," because back then they thought that if a fly landed on you wrong, you got AIDS.
Right.
And,
Down the toilet seat.
right. And he said he had to retire, and Larry Bird said, "Okay, then fuck it. I got enough money." I mean, he's just an Indiana farm boy after all. That's really all he was.
True.
And that's still all he is. That's all he's interested in doing now. So
just happen to be good at basketball.
Yeah.
He's a big son bitch.
Big Irish boy.
Huh? Not too,
and
did not typical basketball guy.
And did not mind fighting. But then again, that's because he was an Irish guy.
I'll see. You give him a couple shots of Irish whiskey, and he's ready to roll.
You show him a couple shots of Irish whiskey, he's ready to roll. I think a lot of Canadians are Irish Scottish, and I think that's why hockey's so dangerous. Because, you know,
damn Canadians, all they want to do is fight.
That's all. It's like, you drop that glove, that shit's on, man.
That's right.
It's like
at least hockey players, when they fight, a lot of times they'll
be
whip
mad
the helmet off.
Take the helmet off.
It's like, let's go, boy. This is gonna be a for real
But
fight.
then, when you're watching when you're watching the football game, hockey game, if somebody throws a glove on the ground, it's time to put your goggles on and sit back and watch because somebody's ass is fixing to get kicked.
There's some shit flying.
It might not be your team, it might not be their team, but somebody's ass is about to get kicked. It might be a draw.
I saw a little blip where they're throwing a guy off the ice in a hockey game.
Yeah.
For aggressiveness and fighting out of reason, just fight to fight.
Yeah.
The ref is dragging him towards the box to get off the ice, and as he goes by the goalie, he takes that stick right out and clips him right under the chin with the part where you hit the puck with. He wailed him.
I got to get notes, but that black hockey player intentionally cut that guy's throat.
Damn.
In D.C.
Oh, the skate that time?
Not D.C., but in Las Vegas, about a year ago.
Yeah, I remember that. That's a violent sport, man. I don't know if people watch hockey for the hockey part of it or the fight part of it. Well, it's like NASCAR. Everybody who says, "Oh, I'm a big NASCAR fan," no, you're a big fan of crashes. You don't want to see all those cars wreck. Because, man, you go to a race and everybody's hooray, hooray while they're passing the stuff. But, boy, when there's a wreck, the whole place is freaking going animal.
Still no Robin. That's kind of weird.
Well, maybe his day of sleeping in the car wasn't so relaxing.
You know what? He said that's only on Friday and Monday.
Yeah.
So he might still be asleep.
Yeah, and he was up all night and day, so basically he had to work. You talk to him quite a bit, like at 2 a.m, don't you?
No.
Oh, you know? He sleeps like normal hours?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was up all night like you.
I don't talk to hardly ever anybody unless something's going on and I live stream it.
Yeah.
Like if there's a riot or something crazy like that.
Well, that's not hard to find in these days.
Harder than you think. Sometimes I'm able to, and sometimes I'm not. She turned that heat on since I came out here last time. She got up and went, "Fuck this shit."
Yeah, too cold. Kick the heat and go to bed. Thermostat's right outside her room, right?
I know, yeah, right outside the bedroom.
She's whipping right over there going,
yeah, she'll get up. She goes and pees every 5 minutes. So she's like, "Yeah, let me just do that." Let's see. No.
I must have like a girl gene in me somewhere for that peeing reason.
No, yeah.
I'll get up in the morning, brush my teeth, comb my hair, take a leak, go out front, 20 steps away, make the coffee, and midway of making the coffee, I got to go use the bathroom again. I'm like, good God, I just peed.
Wow. Yeah, well, no, I take diuretics, so
yeah,
I can pee, sit down, and have to pee again.
I don't think I take any of them.
Intense straight line winds toward the Okeechobee County Monday afternoon, causing considerable damage and even displacing a family of 4 in Little Farms community. Even though it hasn't even been 24 hours, cleanup is already underway.
Well, they're getting right after it after the hurricanes.
Yeah, well, because, and this is March, and no matter where you live in the United States, March is the windy season, and this is tornado time.
Yeah, even in our area, we had in our listening area for Channel 13 out of Tampa, Florida,
Mm-hmm.
we had 4 different hurricane alerts where they're like warnings or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of them actually came to fruition, as we well know.
Oh, yeah, right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tore up an RV park down the road, and it tore up our solar field.
Oh, yeah, it like ripped a path through that.
I mean, total path. Well, it says a powerful EF2.
That's what they call them, EF2.
Yeah, tornado tore through Central Florida on Monday, destroying at least one home, damaging several others, and uprooting trees as it carved a nearly 2-mile path of destruction. The National Weather Service confirmed that the tornado packed winds of 115 miles per hour touched down around 9:40 in Lake Mary. Wow, that's up there. That's pretty north. That's up there.
Yeah, it was quite a bit north of us.
Yeah.
Where it really hit hard.
And it moved at 30 miles an hour, passing through Sanford. Tornado warnings were issued through Seminole, Volusia, Sarasota counties as the storm raced through the region. Well, I'm surprised George Zimmerman didn't stop the tornadoes like he stopped Trayvon. Hunter Biden's broke, everybody.
Oh,
He's broke. He wants everyone to know he's broke.
poor bastard. We're going to have to start one of those GoFundMe accounts for the poor millionaire.
Well, apparently, when you don't have your daddy to sell, your cocaine straw paintings don't sell for $500,000 a piece when you don't have your daddy to
He's famous.
yeah. Because they were using he was selling influence. That's all going to come out sooner or later.
Oh, yeah.
The Citrus County jury has convicted 50-year-old Robert Paul Cawano on multiple charges relating to trafficking illicit narcotics. Following a trial last week, Judge Joel D. Britton said he found Cawano guilty of trafficking methamphetamine, cocaine, and unlawful of a two-way communications device, possessions of paraphernalia, capping an investigation. You know what happens is they stack charges.
Oh, yeah. Like two-way communication. It's probably
He
a
uses
cell
his phone. Yeah. He used his cell phone to say, yeah, the dope's here.
Right.
So what they do that, they stack charges on people.
They just throw it against the wall, see what'll stick.
Well, because the cop gets
Points from
he gets points for the worse of the arrest.
The more felonies.
You think that when they weigh 500 pounds of cocaine, you think someone's foot's not on the back of that scale? Not to mention they have to take half of it off, so they got to sell that shit so they can pay their own bills.
Right, got to keep those fancy tanks working.
Victor Rodriguez pleaded guilty to multiple felonies related to a home title fraud scheme. Just moments before his trial was set to begin, now he will serve 15 years in prison for defrauding 3 Hillsborough County homeowners, alongside his wife and co-defendant Michelle Curry. He pleaded guilty to organized fraud over $50,000, conspiracy to commit organized fraud over $50,000, fraudulent use of personal information over $100,000, or 30 or more victims, and unlawfully filing a false document.
You found 30 people that were dumb enough to fall for his bullshit.
Or one person who had a $100,000 house. That's kind of how that plays out. It's when it says over 100,000 or 30 people.
Oh, either one to get you.
Yeah. Okay, producer. 1 front and back page is enough. 3 front and back pages, 2 front and back pages is a little much.
That's a lot of writing.
Well, she didn't write it. A new bill has been introduced in Florida that, if it passes, would create universal free breakfast and lunch programs in the state for public school students. Officials say that most of the money from Senate Bill 74 would come from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, and the state would only have to supplement a small amount.
But that's still your taxpayers' money.
Why are we feeding your kids?
Exactly. Go out and get a fucking job.
I mean, or don't have them.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, most of you can bet that they're already on food assistance.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're just double dipping. We're gonna have to feed their kids, and then they're gonna go out there. And I'll tell you, I know a guy who might or might not pay 50 cents on the dollar for food stamps every month. Every month.
Yeah, that's a big scam thing going.
They come to him and they say,
he gets the dollar, he gives you 50 cents worth of product.
And it's not, now it's a card. They just sign the card over to you. Or you just give them a list and say, go here to Winn-Dixie and get this. Bring me the receipt. And whatever that receipt says, if it says $100, I'll give you 50.
Right.
And so that way he don't even have to do his own shopping.
Yeah.
You got freezers in his house, man.
Jesus.
Because you don't just do it with one person.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's
a racket.
The black lady that lived by me in Clueston named Mary.
Yeah.
She used to do that shit all the time.
Was she on the selling end or the taking end?
She would get it.
Oh, she had her own little business.
Oh, she ran that shit. Boy. She ran Clueston. Everybody knew Miss Mary. Everybody. If you needed something, you went to Mary and she'd take care of it.
She hooked you up.
Yeah.
I could just see it now, tapping on the door, 2 a.m. Miss Mary, I need me a 5-pound bag of potatoes, a half a gram of.
Oh no, no, she didn't do that. What she did was, you showed up at her house on welfare day, whenever they gave you the card.
Yeah.
And then she didn't trust you to say the card's full. She had a list, and she would give them a list, and it had to be that product. She wanted.
Oh, you buy me this, and you can buy that.
Basically, like, I want 15 pounds of this brand of hamburger. I want 15 pounds of this kind of, or and all that. That's what she did.
Uh-huh.
And when they brought the receipt back, and if the receipt said $100, she would give them 50. If the receipt said $500, she'd give them $250. Didn't matter to her.
$100 worth of food.
Right. So then all of her neighbors would come over and say, "What you got, Mary?" She's like, "Well, I got 75% off of this hamburger."
She had her own little storefront.
Right. She was smart, man.
By the government.
She was, oh yeah. She was like, "Well, my tax dollars paid for it, and they was going to sell it to somebody. I might as well buy it and make some money off of it."
There you go.
Because if I ever needed ribs or a brisket or something, I'd say, "Mary, put on the list of briskets." I want a brisket because if I can get a brisket for half off, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a nice savings.
Because she gave me the money. She gave me the half off. She didn't make me pay the extra 75%. But everybody else paid that shit.
Well, you were her friend Ron in the backyard.
Yeah. I was rolling across the fence. I went over there. It was her birthday party. It was like her 60th birthday party. Everybody there is black. I walked over there with Tony, and I said, "Where the white women at?" None of the black dudes there knew me. They was all about to stand up and Mary go, "Y'all sit y'all's black asses down." and her daughters, all of her daughters love me, man. It's so crazy.
And she pulled out her Mac 10. Sit your black ass down.
She was crazy, man. I went up and her legal name is Mary Jane. And I said, she said, you need some weed, Ron. You need to calm down a little bit. You need some weed. I got some weed for you, Ron.
A little Southern girl name.
Yeah, a little Southern girl name. All right.
A big lady, a little lady?
Not as big as Tony.
Maybe like my wife's size.
Yeah, probably.
Pleasingly plump.
And she always had these. She always wore these moo-moos. That's what Tony got all over moo-moos. Every time she goes to this black store, this black people store sells these moo-moos. These black women. Well, that's why Tony's moo-moos look so crazy.
They're all colorful. Yeah.
You look at Tony. She looks. But Tony loves them, so
they're comfortable. If I could get away with wearing them,
that's
a little drafty under there. I mean,
I'd be thinking so. But she would always bring Tony these moo-moos. But Mary looked, the first time I saw her with teeth in
and clothes
and not a wig, she had on blue jeans and a tight shirt, and her hair was all fucking weird, black people hair.
Yeah.
And she said, "Hey, Ron, what are you doing? Come over here, man." I said, "Who the fuck are you?" She's like, "I'm Mary." I said, "Oh," I said, "No, because here you got a gold tooth. They're all white except for that gold one. You got tight clothes that fit you. I don't know who the hell you are. You got to until I hear you talk." And then she chewed Red Man plug and smoked Newport full flavor menthols at the same time.
Yes, that's a That's a non-Caucasian cigarette
She-
usually.
She loved them. If she's like, you got any of that? You got any of that beech nut? I need some beech nut. I run out of that Red Man plug, and I'm like, ain't got nothing on chew beech nut, Mary. You chew something over there. I know you do.
What do you like?
I don't know what it's called. Red Man's what I like.
It's expensive, isn't
I
it?
know. I know. That's why I don't chew that shit. I don't know. It's called Bowie.
Oh.
Like the knife.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't like winter. I don't want no flavors. I don't want wintergreen. I don't want.
No, mint.
I want it
peppermint,
to, I want it to taste like
tastes like
the
you're
shit
chewing,
that it's intended to taste
tastes
like.
like chewing an ashtray.
well, except for it's not burned. It kind of tastes like chewing it.
Chewing a cigar up.
Yeah, that's really what it kind of tastes like. It's chewing a decent cigar up.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, there ain't too much wrong with it.
My neighbor used to chew all the time, and we'd ride around in the pickup trucks shooting deer. When you're hungry, you shoot a deer. That's the way it works in New York. You don't care what time of year it is. And he'd put his spick beer can in the cup holder, and I'd put my beer can, because I didn't chew, I'd have beer in my beer can.
Oh yeah, you told me.
I picked up the wrong can one day. Oh my God, I couldn't get that window down quick enough.
I'd have cut that guy, man.
Well, he didn't do it. I did it. It was his own damn fault. I reached over too far without looking and grabbed the wrong can.
A lot of these. That's a really.
And then he had a little Ford Ranger pickup. The thing, he bought it from the auction for like $50. It ran, but it was beat to death and rusty as crap. The only thing holding you from being a Flintstone mobile was the floor mat. And when he'd go down the road and he'd have a wad of chew, he'd go down there with his 1 foot, kick that mat up, and just right down through the floor as you're doing 40 miles an hour.
My friend Mike Simber had one of them Honda Civics back when they were about the size of half of my car, the little bitty one. And it was his first car. He got it for like probably $100. Ran great, but there was no floorboards in it, and all of the when you shifted the gear, you had to pull up because the transmission wasn't bolted in. I mean, you've driven cars like that before.
Oh yeah.
You had to lift up on the transmission, push the clutch, and slam it, then drop it. Then you'd see the whole gear shift go. Whoop,
Yeah, drop down 3 inches.
full of rust because Omaha is almost the same. It's constantly salted. They salt the shit out of everything.
Yeah, New York used to use calcium and salt mix with sand, and they'd have the bucket loader out there every day swirling that pile before they load it in the salt trucks, and they go out and plaster the road. My brother-in-law luckily owned a car wash, and it had just 2 bays, little town car wash, quarters only, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I'd go down there every day and help them clean the pits out because it'd be full of sand and crap from the roads.
Yeah.
And I'd wash the bottom of my truck off every day. I had one of the few trucks that wasn't really, really rusty.
I think that's why they came out with Z-Bar, didn't it? It was for all the.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that shit ever worked. My dad always said if you Z-Barred it made it worse.
Yeah, if you got a crack in it or something, then it held it. But it worked for first few years. Slowed the rust down.
It's like navel jelly.
Mm-hmm.
If you put navel jelly on your car that's rusting,
We used to take
you might as well just let it rust.
Yeah. My buddies had a farm up on the hill where I used to live as a kid, and we changed oil in all the family's cars and stuff. And his uncle had like a '65 Bronco, and they were a rust bucket.
Yeah.
What we would do is we built like an oil change pit.
Yeah.
And we would roll his truck up on that, and we had a pump sprayer, and we would spray the used oil under that 3 or 4 times a winter. You get a nice sunny day where it all melted off. We'd go in there and spray the shit out of the oil. And that, as far as old Broncos go, they're up in the upper states, they were a rusted wreck. And his held out pretty good for a lot of years because he sprayed the shit out of that all the time.
I figured that would probably work pretty good.
It did. And it doesn't wash off because it's oil.
Right. Yeah. I saw I'm on one of these smoker groups on Facebook. This guy took beef tallow and rubbed his whole grill down, disassembled it, put it away for winter. Rubbed it all the way down with beef tallow inside and out after he pressure washed it.
Mm-hmm.
Then he took his torch, that thingy, It's like a blowtorch,
right?
and he heated it all up to melt it.
And
then
like
he
sealed it.
Yeah. And I sent a message. That shit's $15 a jar, douchebag. You know, you could have done the same exact thing with lard. It's $6 for 4 pounds. You know, they're letting this beef tallow shit take them. Oh,
Crazy.
It's got to be fried in beef fat. Well, you know what? Your mama used bacon grease.
Yep.
Use pig fat. That's what you're supposed to use.
And it tastes better anyway.
It does taste better. I don't know. These people drive me.
Hell, I could drink bacon grease. I can't drink freaking lard melted.
There's some guy that makes popcorn out of bacon grease. He strains it.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, I think so too. Tony said that doesn't sound good. And I'm like, I seem to
Everything
remember.
sounds good with bacon.
I seem to remember growing up, everything we cooked that was fried, it was in bacon grease. If you had a fried egg, it was. If you made fried rice, it was in bacon grease.
Oh, yeah.
If you
Fried egg and
popcorn, it was-
bacon grease? Oh, shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
all it was. She always had that metal can in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Had the strainer in it,
My grandmother did the same thing.
and if it was too hot and sticky,
Yeah, she had an old gas stove, had a pilot light, and she'd set that freaking gallon coffee can
yep.
and just keep dumping the drippings off or whatever she'd fried up, dumping it in there and reusing it.
He said his neighbor in Quebec, that's where secretly Robin doesn't want you to know that, but that's where his hometown is. Pulled out of their driveway, and their body mounts were laying on the ground. Hey, I want you to hear something, Robin.
That's a bug of the rust.
I want to play a song for you. I wrote you a new song this morning.
It's Trash Talking Tuesday. We're here to play. Politics don't apply when we're starting our day. No, Canadians aren't bad. Let's put that away. With beers and laughs, the manly way. Join Toolman Tim and Swampman Ron for a morning of fun. Come on, come on. Start your day with a laugh and fun. Beer for breakfast, Tuesday's just begun. Grab your mug, raise it high. Let's toast the mornings with no reason why. When we hit our thumb, we're real men. We don't cry. With Toolman Tim and Swampman Ron, oh my, oh my. Maybe our Canadian correspondent Robin will stop by, making us uncomfortable, but we sure like that guy. So if you're feeling blue, just tune right in. We'll chase those blues away with a grin. From dawn till we're done, the laughter will spin. Beer for breakfast, where the good times begin. Join Toolman Tim and Swampman Ron and Robin too for a morning of fun made just for you. Come on, come on, start your week with a laugh and some fun. Beer for breakfast, the day's just begun. Join Toolman Tim, Swampman Ron, and Robin too for a morning of fun made just for you. Come on, come on, start your week with a laugh and some fun. Beer for breakfast, the day's just begun.
I see the link, by the way, to the show. And
There
that was
we go.
Tim christening his second beer for the day.
And our latest song.
And our latest song.
I finally shut up and listened to the whole thing.
That was funny. Oh, I tried so hard to make something funny rhyme. I was in such a pissy mood.
And I talked every time it said about hitting your thumb.
Yeah.
And I never heard that in 3 takes. This time he's over here sitting and I'm shutting up and listening.
And I
looked over him and I pinched my lips like I'm gonna shut up.
Oh, I thought you were telling me to shut up.
No, me.
I was already. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was good.
Because we hit our thumbs, we don't cry. Not in front of anybody, anyway.
I just throw the hammer across the room.
No, man, ain't that the truth?
I blame that hammer for all the bad things.
I tell you what, man, it came to a point where I started putting cages over my windows in my garage because I would sling a wrench. I will sling a wrench, boy.
I used to work with a guy. He was a former military dude, and he was built like a freaking freight train. He was kind of short, stocky, and he was all muscle. And we worked in this Dodge dealership, and he was one of my mechanics. And he would get pissed off, and he was the quietest guy in the world. All of a sudden, you hear him yell, "Fuck!" And then everybody that had a bay anywhere near him used to duck behind a car, and you'd see a wrench go plummeting into the foam insulation that they had. It was a spray and foam, like the whole building.
Good.
And he'd have wrenches stuck in that son of a bitch. Where's my 7/16? Over there, John.
7 foot high.
He got pissed off at the parts department once because they wouldn't get a 318 engine block out of his bay. And he was always working on 2 or 3 cars. He was like the engine man. And he was pissed that they wouldn't come pick it up, He got so mad, he picked up a full 318 engine,
big
heads and all,
Jesus,
walked it across the shop, walks into the parts department, picked it up about 2 feet over the counter,
Holy
and
crap.
dropped it right on the counter and broke it.
That had to be a big dude, man.
He was a stout guy.
Because I picked up a 302 by just no heads, no nothing.
That's
just
heavy.
302, and I had picked it up. And
A couple 100 pounds, easy.
I'll tell you what, my dad said, I want you to drop the transmission in one of his trucks and then go get a transmission out. He goes, now listen, the transmission in that other Ford is a standard shift. I said, okay, no problem. So I pulled out that heavy C6 transmission, and I pretty much just kind of let it down on my chest.
Yeah, you bench press it onto your chest.
You don't try that shit with no standard transmission. It's only 3 feet long, brother. I don't know what they put inside those standard transmissions.
Lots of steel.
Lots of stuff in there.
A lot of gears.
I'm like, help. He's like, I warned you. I'm like, no, you told me that it was a different transmission. I looked at it, thought it was smaller, so it just caught me off guard. It was my first one.
Yeah, you'd think it'd be a smaller.
And I dropped that thing like, whoop. I'm like,
yeah, it's not big around this way,
no,
but it's longer
and
it's full of steel gears.
Oh my God, that thing was woo. That's a lesson I learned.
I can't even imagine what the transmission in the Mustang weighs. It's a 10-speed automatic transmission. I had to have it rebuilt while it was under warranty. I said to the guy, I said, so what's that cost? About $3-4 grand? He says, $9,997.48. I said, what? He goes, that was the parts and labor on what that would have cost you if you weren't under warranty.
Man, yeah, well, that was your shit, yeah.
That was on the Mustang.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, every time I hear that story, it scares the shit out of me.
10 grand for a tranny.
That's what, I don't know, me and Tim make the 10 millimeter jokes all the time. And that was before we knew that was the size of your penis, Robin.
Yeah, where's my 10 millimeter?
You know, we used to say all the time. Why is that? Is it because it's like our half inch, right?
Yeah, it's a common size.
Yeah.
Actually, the equivalent in metric to a half is a 13.
Is it?
13s and a half are almost the same. So if you grab the wrong wrench and you got a metric, you can actually get away with it.
7/16 was the one that, because I rode a lot of bikes.
That's closer to a 10.
7/16 is what kept me in trouble. I couldn't, because I'd lose them bitches. Oh, wait, I put them in my back pocket because I knew I was going to have to tighten that chain again.
Yeah.
And, you know, that seemed like that's what fit right on my back tire. The 7/16. So I'd use a pair of pliers on one side and a wrench on the other.
Yep. The metric crescent wrench.
I'm telling you. The
Yeah, to go work on Pops's Nissan Altima, and I was like, I bet the stupid thing's metric. I don't want to take all the metric wrenches that I need and all the sockets I may need. So I grabbed a crescent wrench, a pair of channel locks, a hammer, a screwdriver, a funnel, and 3 quarts of tranny fluid or power steering fluid. And all I used was a standard pair of pliers and a screwdriver. And I got the whole thing tore up, drained it, flushed it, put it all back together. I made $150 on that. And I drank I spent more time drinking than I did working.
You gotta leave in 8 minutes.
That was a good gig.
I pulled the ladder down.
I heard you. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I know how to get it down easy if you're taller,
Mm-hmm.
but I pull that shit down all the time. So I mean, I can get it down and up like it's.
Or you ain't gonna poke the screen out.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but I have this. What you're gonna go do today, I have to do, and I pull it down about every 3 weeks to do it, and I haven't done it yet.
Well, I need to do the corner of mine. You want me to do yours while I'm at it?
Yes, I do.
I
think
will.
we should go up there
That's
with
the
that pressure
rent for the
washer.
ladder.
Just run that shit.
Oh, you get covered, man, because it's in a small area that
Yeah.
blows all over you. I've done that before.
Yeah.
It's a great idea, but man, it's a mess.
I need to get something done today. I need to get something done.
Move the 2 bags of soil.
I've got 4 guns torn apart in there, and I'm building another one right now.
Oh, you build them too?
I'm building 2. I bought the body.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
They got numbers?
of course they do.
I
Gosh,
want one without numbers.
gosh, that would be illegal.
Never think about
I would
it like
never 3D print body or anything
that.
because that can be dangerous and blow up in your hand.
You know, they make them on 3D printers out of plastic now, so they don't show up in
Do they
airports.
now?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I'm sure you've heard of it. It's on the internet.
That's how I'm building them.
You have a 3D printer?
I don't have to have one.
Oh.
I've got friends that have one.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes. Matter of fact, we went shooting not too long ago, and I said, I don't trust your filament. So you shoot this bitch first. And he said, give me 6. And I gave him 6, and he shot all 6. And I said, here's the 7th one, shoot it. And he said, okay, boom. I said, okay.
I feel safe now.
Bright red, almost like your jacket.
Really?
Yeah, because we wouldn't pay extra for the black
For
filament.
the black.
That's just more
If
expensive.
you got red, you got red.
Man,
right?
fuck it, man. I got spray paint.
That's right.
I'm not buying it to be fancy. I'm buying it because I'm trying to
Function.
buy it because I like my guns just like the Democrats like their voters, unregistered.
That's a good one.
Hey,
Yeah, when Biden got elected, they were saying that when they were doing the check-in on Trump was saying it was cheat.
mm-hmm.
They were finding people had died 20 years ago that had voted. It's like, come on, really? How the hell did you pull that off? You
I got something
bastards.
special for you before you leave.
Doesn't involve your zipper, does it? Oh, better. Looky there.
Peanut butter, Canadian, the last little bit of Canadian we're going to be able to get for a while.
We'll split it.
No, I got another one for me.
Oh, beautiful. Shall
Matter of
we,
fact, that
shall
might
we
be the one
toast?
that opens. No, I'm not drinking that shit.
All right. Well, you know me.
We got to get the pliers out for that again.
No, I actually got it off. This time didn't come off hard. Well, here's to the
The
Canadians.
Canadian Rams Point peanut butter whiskey.
Probably tariff 12 times.
Probably. But you told me you liked it, so I got you one.
Well, thank you. That is very
I got that one for
tasty.
Tony. I know. I got me one. I drank it. I got you that one, and I got that one for Tony. I wanted to put that in their coffee.
It's 50 milliliter. That's a tiny little airplane bottle.
And that's a typical size of an airplane bottle, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's great because you get them in the liquor stores, like in the discount bin
This was
for
a
a buck.
This was a buck.
How can you go wrong? You get a shot or so for a buck.
Well, how many milliliters is in or how many? It probably costs you $75 to make a bottle of that shit. But if you're just doing it for a little weekend or a weekday taste test.
Yeah, a little nip of the sip.
Yeah, because I think when I go up there today, because that's all the bourbon I got right there.
Mm.
And that's why I got beer. I said, I'm in a mood, so I think I'm just going to go get beer today. And look, I didn't drink anything since after we left the show yesterday. I didn't drink nothing.
Oh, you were stressing.
I was stressing. Oh yeah. And at 5 o'clock, I said, "Look, I got to go get to the store. I got to go get cigars."
I should have brought you a happy pill. That would take the edge off anxiety.
But
dude, one pill will not kill you.
I might, but I took the. I know I might like it too much. See, that's my problem.
True.
So I said, "Look, I'm just going to go to the corner and get some beer, and I'll drink a couple dinner." And I didn't even open them until this morning at 6. Oh, 2424. What's going on, my man? What's going on? Welcome to the show.
Beer.
Right now, we're Tim just tried some good old Canadian Rams Point peanut butter whiskey.
That's like a breakfast drink.
Yeah, it is for us because every drink's a breakfast drink.
That's like putting peanut butter on your toast. There ain't nothing wrong with either one.
It tastes more like butter pecan to me.
It does. It has a buttery flavor.
Yeah, it's very good. That's
it's actually smooth.
My favorite lifesaver is butter rum.
Oh, I love those.
If I can find rum that tastes like butter rum, you can find me in a ditch, laid downward dead somewhere, real close to a liquor store. Face
down, naked in the ditch.
Somewhere close to a liquor store. I probably wouldn't be naked, but I'd smell a whole lot like lifesavers.
I used to love those. I can't believe that you mentioned that.
I love them. That was my favorite. 2-4. I don't know if you've been here. Yeah, 2-4. You know 2-4. He's the big guy.
He's the big burly dude that we said we
don't want to
beer
talk
with him.
Yeah, we'll drink beer with him. We just don't want to talk shit to him.
Are you having a beer at 8 o'clock in the morning, sir?
I'm sure he better be. I don't know if he is or not. Robin was supposed to be here. He said, "Give me a few minutes." And
the boy wondered.
The boy wondered. The boy wondered.
Oh, he did a laugh thing about something. Oh, he was talking about the 10 millimeter. I didn't look to see who it was.
You talking?
I hear you. Well, it's getting close to the bewitching hour for the old Timster.
When I said 10 millimeter, I said, "Do you like 10 millimeters? Because that's about the size of your dick." That's what I told him. And then he laughed. Not like I've ever seen this penile instrument.
God, it's a wonder with the crazy shit he does.
He wants
puppet shows.
He wants you to wear a bra for 24 hours with him.
Yeah, good luck.
To raise money for a year-old Foreign Legion or American whatever.
American Legion, yeah. Oh, they would shit if I come rolling in there wearing a bra and a pair of shorts said, "I'm doing this to raise money for American Legion. Anybody want to donate?" And walk around with a coffee can.
Oh,
I bet I could
probably make $100.
I was gonna say I'll probably get $100 out of it on a good happy hour.
I'm sure you would.
Our happy hour is a full draft for $1.
But would you actually do it?
After a morning over here, yeah.
I probably would too.
Have a hefty beer for breakfast morning.
Do that on local.
And then we got to wait till 3 o'clock. So you got to keep primed all the way to 3 before happy hour. And then it's $1 drafts all the way till 5 o'clock. And you can drink a lot of drafts at $1.
We would have to, we couldn't put that on YouTube. We'd have to do that on local.
Yeah. Yeah, they'd probably frown upon that.
Oh, no. Well, I don't know.
Who knows? You can't tell what
we said we were trans. We said we were trans. We'd already be amongst us.
You can't figure out the rules until you break them. And then once you break them, they don't even tell you what you did.
No, then they say, "Oh, we can't tell you what you did wrong."
It's like, well, how the hell are you supposed to fix it? You can't tell me. It's like, come on, let's have a fair field here. Kids.
There is no Fairfields in. Where is Fairfield? There's a Fairfield, Florida.
I think there's a Fairfield, New Jersey.
See, this is how our minds go. This is why we drink, because something's got to keep us on track.
It makes you just drift into nowhere.
Yeah, we didn't need
I spend a lot of time in nowhere land. Isn't that part of the song? Something about nowhere land?
I'm pretty sure it is. I need about 6 to 8 self-tappers.
Gotcha. How long?
Maybe 2 inches if you got them.
Gotcha.
Well, I want to go through that.
They're even white.
Oh, well, that's great, because black ones won't work.
Yeah, they don't work at all.
Sorry, we were just kidding.
Oh, another strike on the whiteboard. Oh.
You know what my dad used to say? We would be doing something, and I would say, "Hey, ain't you gonna lock up these tools?" He said, no, that's a shovel and a hoe and a rake.
That's Manuel. Nobody wants to steal that. There's a power tool, maybe.
Yeah, he said, pawn shops don't take them and black people don't use them. So. Oh, my dad used to say that ain't true because some of the hardest working and best farmers I ever knew were black guys.
Your dad must have been one crazy son of a bitch.
My dad was a crazy son of a bitch.
Mom made him look sane, though.
My dad shot me, my cousins, and 2 girls one night with rock salt because we was out there stealing watermelons.
Oh.
And I'm like, Dad's asleep. They're like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, Dad's been asleep, man.
Wrong again.
He worked all. I'm sure he was asleep until he had an alarm or something go off.
He probably had a trail cam.
Probably, or something. Well, they might have had them in the 80s or 90s.
2-4 might be interested in the trail cams.
No,
he looks like a hunting kind of guy.
He does look like a hunting kind of guy.
I'd like to see him like in full size, like a picture of him, because he looks like a big dude.
He reminded me of something I can't place it.
He reminds me of me. With
he reminds me of that guy that's on Gold Rush.
Oh, yeah.
That's who he reminds me of. Except for I hope he's not a crybaby bitch like that guy on Gold Rush.
Oh, I wouldn't even go there. I'd see his face.
I know, but so is that guy on Gold Rush looks tough too. But
yeah, he's probably a wuss.
I don't know. But every time I think it's all written in.
Yeah.
No matter what happens, if they get a piece of yellow gear, man, it breaks. No matter what.
Oh, it's all
everything is so. No matter what, he spent $60,000 on this piece of yellow gear, Caterpillar equipment, and and
it breaks.
As soon as he gets there, it broke. And then they miraculously find this piece of hydraulic hose that just absolutely fits perfectly.
Yeah, just laying out in the field.
Because it's not like you can just decide to, you can do a lot of things with zip ties. You cannot connect hydraulic fittings.
No, I'll vouch for that. I've tried it. I've triple zipped them, and this doesn't hold.
It's amazing how much strength hydraulics have.
It is.
I mean, you can do some crazy shit with air.
Oh, they lift houses with it.
I know. I've seen that done too.
That's
Robin,
crazy, isn't it?
Robin had his house moved from one place to the reservation.
No shit.
And he'll tell you about that. I haven't talked to him about it.
They go about 2 miles an hour.
Well, me and Tony watched an episode where they lifted the house and then they moved it like almost 3 states away. And
holy shit!
They have to go and they have to call the power companies, and sometimes they have to take power lines down and move shit.
You got to go under one. Your house is 30 feet tall. You're screwed.
Yeah, and they would go down there and they would lower the air in the tires so it would go under some bridges and all kinds of. That was some neat stuff to watch, man.
Now these guys that drive their tractor trailers under overpass bridges for train tracks and tear the roof right off them or get wedged.
My brother did it.
It's like they should have thought about lowering the air pressure just a little.
My brother did it for the guy that was the main investor in Gateway Computers back in the day. He's a Marine colonel.
Oh shit! I gotta go.
And yeah.
Okay, kids, I'm out. Peace out.
Let me help Tim with the door. He's carrying a heavy equipment ladder.
Oh, it's a 2-tripper. Hang tight.
Oh, okay. I'll be back.
Yeah, I got to take the cooler. I got to get the beer. I got to get the iced tea.
You got to get all kinds of things going.
I got to get my ducks in a row, which is going to take a while.
Yeah.
I have a lot of ducks.
And it's very cold out here.
Nipply.
It is nipply. I got on 2 sweatshirts.
And first, I got to go visit the tree.
I do not have socks on though.
Oh, I got a little shorty shirt.
I'm not willing to go as far as put socks on. So
Too far to reach.
Robin stopped talking. 2-4 stopped talking. I guess we got a little too wild. I guess. I don't know. No, it's even right now it says I'm live on YouTube, so that guy, I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. Yeah. Fucking jerk. Yeah. I'm mad at everybody today. I'm mad at YouTube. I'm really mad at YouTube. So now, if I have to, I can guarantee you. Oh, there's Robin. I can guarantee you that.
Color.
Hey man. Tim is here.
But I got a bolt, dude. I got to go to work. Believe it or not. Oh, now
he's the res.
echoing.
For some reason,
You heckling fucker, you?
hold on.
Oh, I'm hearing myself.
Yeah, you are.
I thought it was Zoom talking.
I'm trying to mute some shit. I don't know what to mute here.
And when they move houses, they can go up to highway speeds. I've seen them hauling houses, doing about 60 miles an hour.
Why am I echoing all of a sudden?
I have no idea.
This has never happened before. Ever. I understand. No, that wouldn't work.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I got to start the car.
Okay. Huh. Maybe that's the trick. Blue. Or maybe he muted his. I don't know. Hello. Yeah, this is gonna echo.
Got some snow yesterday.
Do what?
Snowed a little bit here yesterday. So everything's got a layer of ice and then a thin layer of snow on the top. So everything is just pure ice. Gonna be slipping and sliding everywhere today.
For some reason, this has never happened before. I'm hearing myself talk. And that's never happened before.
You have this other window open beside me here.
Is that better?
Yeah, see how?
Nope.
Yeah, are you echoing?
No, I'm still echoing like shit. All right, man.
Later, Tim.
Oh, he said you can take those. You can have the highway speeds all in the houses. Yeah, this has never happened before.
There's one company just not too far from here. They're one of the biggest house movers across Canada. They also build bridges too.
Really? Maybe that stops it. That didn't stop it. Maybe that stops it. That didn't stop it. I wonder if I have. Let me go to settings here. Audio.
Oh shit.
I have echo cancellation on. This is weird.
Is that X up and running yet?
What X?
Like that chat platform? It was like Twitter.
Oh yeah, it's back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When abouts did that kick in?
Do what?
Do what?
When did that start working again?
I don't know. Sometime yesterday afternoon.
Hmm.
I wonder. Maybe that fixes it. That didn't fix it. Maybe that fixes it. That didn't fix it. Maybe that fixes it. This is weird. I'm having problems with YouTube.
Hmm.
No, see, this is gonna go. Something's definitely wrong. I'm gonna have to end.
No, that's I got to take off here anyways.
Yeah, because something's not right. I'm gonna have to restart. So,
Sadly. But anyway,
good luck. We shall. Take care of yourself.